Think you've seen every possible spin on the thrown into another world formula? Time to reset your expectations, because 2025 is here to blow your mind with a fresh stack of Isekai that push every boundary imaginable. From a red mage breaking free of an oppressive A-rank party to help his former students conquer dungeon depths, to a brilliant healer reinventing his destiny in a secret underground clinic, these are the Isekai anime you don't want to miss. Number 9. The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Xenos knew from day one that life wasn't going to hand him anything easy. Born in the slums, he clawed his way toward becoming a healer, determined to rise above his circumstances. And when an adventurer's party finally takes him in, he thinks he's made it. Except they don't actually respect him. They see him as an expendable medic, useful until he's not. And when they finally decide he's outlived his purpose, they toss him aside like yesterday's quest rewards. With no party, no money, and no options, Xenos could have given up. Instead, he does something better. He goes underground, setting up a hidden clinic in the city's back alleys. He starts treating anyone who comes knocking, from mercenaries to criminals to desperate commoners. Before long, rumors of a brilliant healer spread like wildfire, and when even the royal palace starts sniffing around, Xenos realizes he's built something bigger than any adventuring party ever could. They kicked him out? Fine. He'll just become the best damn healer the world has ever seen, on his own terms. Number 8. The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world.
Burning keys in a bunch!
These things are lame.
Togo Asagaki was ready for his grand finale, trading his life to save Earth from the evil exterminators. In credits roll, right? Wrong. He pops up in a medieval fantasy realm that's got monsters, magic, and a serious hero deficiency. No spandex needed here. Togo is the suit, so he dusts off his hero instincts and dubs himself Kizuno Red. Despite ditching his spandex, Togo quickly learns that valiant teamwork and quick thinking can save the day in any world. Hacking and slashing through dungeons might be a far cry from giant mechs and city-smashing kaiju, but the mission remains the same: help anyone in trouble. Teaming up with Idola, a young wizard equally skilled at throwing shade and conjuring spells, Togo's got a new stage for his heroic stunts. Because let's be real, once a ranger, always a ranger. Number 7. Zenshu. Natsuko Hirose had it all: a rocket-fueled career in animation, a breakout hit that made her the industry's golden child, and big expectations for her next project, a rom-com about first love. The hitch? She's never been in love, and it's blocking her creativity hard. One overworked evening, she passes out at her desk and wakes up in her all-time favorite childhood anime movie, A Tale of Perishing. Flabbergasted but inspired, Natsuko vows to document every dramatic twist, hoping it might unlock her own dormant emotions. Now she's an outsider in the story she grew up adoring, running into characters she once drew herself. But hey, maybe living through a fantasy epic is the best crash course in first love she could ask for. Armed with her animator's eye and head full of storyboards, Natsuko's about to learn that real emotions can't be drafted on a whim, and that sometimes fantasy has a way of becoming very real indeed.
What is this?
Number 6. Headhunted to another world, from salaryman to Big 4.
Uchimura Dennosuke! Hi?
Crunching numbers by day, counting sheep by night, Dennosuke Uchimura was your run-of-the-mill office worker, bored out of his mind. Then, the thing happens. He's summoned by the demon overlord of a ruthless fantasy world and offered a job as one of the overlord's heavenly kings. Think corporate promotion, but with more dragons and fewer cubicles. To his shock, corporate strategy and diabolical magic fuse surprisingly well, turning boardroom maneuvers into life-saving negotiations. Denosuke's got no warrior physique or flashy spell repertoire, but he has an arsenal of business acumen, negotiation tactics, and a knack for one-click online shopping, compliments of his new boss. Surrounded by monstrous colleagues who could vaporize him in a blink, he's got to manage internal power struggles without getting roasted. Talk about a performance review from the underworld. Number 5. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf.
中は結構広いのね。
元は都市だからね。
Kazuhiro Kitase's one true love is sleep, because when he dozes off, he's transported to a dreamland where he's best pals with a winsome elf girl. Together, they explore, battle, and generally have a grand old time, until they both get scorched by dragonfire. The Singed duo's bond grows stronger each dream, forging a friendship that transcends dimensions and tangles fantasy with reality. Kazuhiro jolts awake, certain it was just a nightmare, until he sees her snoozing behind him in the real world.
日本へようこそ、エルフさん。
Cue fish out of water hijinks as an elf tries navigating modern Japan. Smartphones, convenience stores, daily commutes, the works. Kazuhiro's living the Isekai reverse scenario. He's gotta school his fantasy BFF on all things earthly, from microwaves to social etiquette. One thing's for sure, you never know who or what you'll bring back from your dreams. Number 4. I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths.
Paralyze, slow, venom, corrupt, blindness.
UK Feldio wasn't just a member of his A-rank adventuring party, he was their personal errand boy. Patch up wounds? That's his job. Carry supplies? Of course. Actually get any respect for it? Not a chance. After 5 years of being treated like a disposable toolkit, he finally quits, expecting a life of peace, or at least one without constant verbal abuse.
今なら冗談で済ませてやってもいいんだぞ。
やってられるか!
But just when he's ready to embrace unemployment, a new opportunity smacks him in the face. His former students, now up-and-coming adventurers, want him to join their party. At first, it's a nostalgic reunion. Then, something unexpected happens. With every dungeon they clear, it becomes glaringly obvious that UK isn't just some washed-up red mage, he's a powerhouse. His so-called handyman skills turn out to be game changers, and for the first time in years, he's in a party that actually appreciates him. Maybe quitting wasn't the end of his career after all. Maybe it was just the beginning.
Paralyze, slow, venom, corrupt, blindness.
Number 3. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. You know the Isekai checklist: middle-aged guy, random accident, overpowered ability. Kenichi ticks every box. Whisked into a monster-infested forest, he discovers he can access an online store stocked with modern-day goodies.
サングリアって、おお、これって俺がいつも使ってる巨大通販サイトじゃないか。
Need a camping stove for dragon territory? 2-day shipping. Short on potions? Why bother brewing when you can add to cart? Survival quickly becomes second nature as Kenichi balances cunning trades, half-hearted monster hunts, and the pursuit of cozy living. Between bartering local loot for cold hard cash and buying up convenience store treats in bulk, Kenichi finds himself an accidental entrepreneurial legend. But the man's ambition is about as flat as a soda left open overnight. He just wants to lounge around and gorge on snacks. No epic wars, no grand conquest, just a comfy recliner and decent Wi-Fi, please.
いけるぞこれは。そうなると収納もう少し効率のいい収納。
Number 2, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Takumi Iruma was never the chosen hero. He got scooped up by a summoning circle purely by mistake. As an apology, a sympathetic goddess offers him any skill he wants. Rather than a flashy superpower, he opts for alchemy, figuring it'll let him live a chill, behind-the-scenes existence.
Activate modeling. Yeah, nicely done.
Surprise, it's the ultimate cheat code, allowing him to craft everything from unstoppable swords to freaking airships. However, each new invention draws eyes from power-hungry rulers, pulling him deeper into the epic drama he hoped to avoid.
In regard to the Holy Empire of Sidonia, don't let down your guard. They will come for you.
Suddenly, every kingdom wants a piece of Takumi's insane alchemic know-how. In battles, he's a force of nature. In commerce, he's basically printing money. Meanwhile, all Takumi wants is to avoid the war front and maybe set up a small workshop somewhere. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Number 1, Magic Maker. How to make magic in another world. Meet Theon, a 30-year-old magic enthusiast who died and came back in a realm where spells are apparently myths. Talk about a bummer, but does he quit? Absolutely not. If magic doesn't exist, he'll invent it himself.
You're full of light! I'm glowing. Could it be magical energy?
Scribbling incantations by moonlight, Theon crafts rudimentary spells, each success inching him closer to revolutionizing this seemingly magicless realm. Armed with stubborn determination and a dash of imagination, Theon dives into runes, rituals, and raw experiments, chipping away at the laws of reality like it's his personal sandbox. His passion project soon turned from a quirky hobby into the world's salvation. Plagues cured by healing magic? Check. Giant monsters only vulnerable to arcane blast? That's Theon's cue. One scrappy inventor with a dream becomes the catalyst that reshapes an entire civilization, proving that sometimes you gotta break a few universal laws to light a spark.